And we're back with the M4. Sorry, Civic, you're not the topic of discussion. The M4 is today. What is going on, guys? We are back with another YouTube video, and today we are going to be throwing a new part onto the M4, a very small part. What is that part that you might ask? It's actually right here in my pocket. Dun, dun, dun. You still can't even really see it. Dun, 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 dun. Some red buttons. We got a red start stop engine button, and we got some red M1 and M2 buttons. I obviously went with red because my car is orange. It's the closest color that matches with the car. Here is the reason why I actually ended up buying these. Let me show you guys real quick. And if you step in, the M1 and the M2 buttons are fine, but this button, what in the world is going on there? Common BMW issue. These buttons start peeling over time and it ends up wearing out and looking just straight up awful. So I ordered a red one because it's gonna look good with the rest of the car and obviously some of the interior. And I wanted to go ahead and show you guys how. So anyone curious on how you do this, it's a nice little tasteful mod and it's pretty straightforward. As usual, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a single post from me. Let's get straight into this install. I'm gonna do a quick transition and all the tools are gonna appear here. And whoop-ah, we have all of our tools here. Oh, we have a wrench kit. We have a little plastic pry tool. Very important that we use plastic. We have a rag. We have a little toolkit with a bunch of smaller tools inside. We are going to be working in a pretty small space, so we have this little toolkit with a bunch of small stuff. And then we have the Casso Man, my TikTok shop Torx bit set. Hey, don't underestimate the quality of these. These are insane. We want Torx bits because obviously German cars, they use more Torx bits than like Allen keys and stuff. The first thing we are going to have to do though is, because we're going to be tampering with an airbag, since we're going to be taking the M1 and the M2 buttons off, we have to disconnect the battery. And anyone knows BMW batteries are in the back. So let's go over there. Hit this little button. I believe might be a 10mm. And then I'm gonna grab the rag to set the connector on so it doesn't tap the thingamajiggy. A little bit of a dirty chunk over here. I want to disconnect the negative terminal, so let's see. It is a 10mm. Make it rise up, put a rag in between. Just set it right there. Now that we've got that taken care of, you'll go somewhere else. Oh, it's gonna be nice having a workspace that I can actually sit in. I am going to do the start stop button first. The first step of this is taking a pry tool. We're going to get behind this little plastic right here. So it should just pop right out. There we go. And there's a little connector on the back. Squeeze this together and push the connector out. Bam, now we have our little button out, and there are 6 little prongs. So there's one right here. Let me get in the light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's I think there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 6. We need to pop all of those off, and then this will all come off, and then we can get to the back of the button. Here, let's see. This is where this little toolkit right here is gonna come in handy. Thanks, Mom, for buying me this for Christmas. There's this little like flap tool that I could essentially use to pick all these clips off. Just like so. I'm starting at the top of the button, by the way, working these 2 clips that are closest to the top. I'm gonna keep it pushed up with my finger, and then I'm gonna go for the other one. Work the rest of the tabs. 2 more. And the whole back of the button just comes off. And now this little white piece in here, we're looking at the back of the button right now. There's 2 tabs inside the button. One right here, and then one right in here. They match. I'm gonna press on the inside. This little toolkit comes with tweezers. I think I'm gonna try to go around them with the tweezers, squeeze, and then the button should just come out. And there's our old start stop button. I'm gonna take this right here, this red one, and just click it into place with the old one. Squeeze it together. And this is the new start stop button. Now I just connect this back. Same process that we just did, but in reverse. And press. Connects back into this, and then once you connect it, just press this whole piece back into the dash. Slide this together, and then I slide the whole piece back into the dash, and you're done. Red start stop button is complete. I like it. Looks good. Now that that's done, it's time for these guys. In the back, you will notice 2 holes. There's one right here, and then there's one directly on the other side as well. We're going to press into those, and it's going to hit a spring. When you hit both of them, this will pop off, and there'll be one cord behind here that you just disconnect, 2 prongs, press, pull, and this airbag will come off, and then we have more access to the inside, which is where we want to be. Let's try a flathead instead. It's out a little bit right now. Since I did pop it out a little bit, I'm just holding it out until I can get the other one to dislodge, hopefully. Ah, there we go. Bam. I got the airbag. There's little holes right here. And it comes through. You can probably see where the end of my flathead is. You put pressure into here and you'll hit a spring type thing. Decent amount of pressure on it, and this airbag will disconnect. I had a lot more success using the flathead instead of like a regular screwdriver because it was wider and able to have more contact points than the screwdriver. It's just disconnecting this main cord. There's a bunch of cords connected to the back, but I want to try to disconnect this main cord so I can get the airbag fully off. My tweezers would be a very good option for this job right now. There's this little tab right here, tapping it. There's this little tab. I took my tweezers and I pressed down on the top of this tab and it disconnected. Now the airbag is free. Now we're gonna wanna set this in a safe place over here because that's a bomb pretty much. Now what we have to actually do is take this trim piece off, and it's held right here, this trim, with a Torx bit right there, a Torx bit right there, and then one on the back of this steering wheel right here. The Torx bit size that you will need is a T20. Once that's off, I'm gonna set it in a safe spot. Now we gotta do the one on the back right here. Yeah, it's the exact same size. It's a little black screw. And then we can rip this whole trim off. Bam. No longer need that trim. Now I do have paddle shifters, and there is one screw being blocked by the paddle shifter that I need to get to disconnect this panel right here. So we do need to remove the paddle shifter. It's another T20. You don't need to fully disconnect it from the car. Let the paddle shifter just hang. And I can just remove this and let it hang like that. There's two places right here. This is where all the paddle shifter was. The last T20 is going to be tucked right behind here. Get back there with my wrench, and then we'll be able to pop that button out. Now this panel can just disconnect off. You're gonna need 3 mini screwdrivers to disconnect the back of the module, because this way we'll be able to get behind the buttons and push the M1 and M2 mode out. So I'm gonna get out a little screwdriver and unscrew these. Perfect. Do not lose these, by the way. Put these in a safe place. Now we're able to punch off the back of this. Oh, it just fell on my lap. The M1 and the M2 are going to be on this side. There's little prongs right here. The same way that we disconnected the button for the start stop, for example, is going to be the same way that we disconnect these. So pop out, and then we just smack the red ones in. Be careful, by the way, these little white pieces fall out really easily. It just slides right back in. It's for the little lever. That little white piece just fell out on me again. I'm gonna take some tweezers, just pry. Do you guys hear that? It's a childhood pigeon. I'm taking these little white tabs out for now. This is being annoying. It's getting serious now. I'm having to go in with multiple tools. Just gonna leave that in there. Oh, there we go. Bam. Where's the red one? Slide this new one in. 2, 1. Nice. The M2 button is in. Now I gotta pry off the M1. 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that. They're both clipped in. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Now it's all of the same thing that we just did, but in reverse. 3 screwdrivers go into here. Oh shoot, my bad. Before the transition, I forgot to put these little white tabs back into place. They just slide into these little slots right here in the middle. Okay, now transition. All right, back together. Bam. Time to just stuff these cords back into the corner right here and slam this bad boy in. It's not gonna just clip in. We have to take that Torx bit and screw it in the back of the steering wheel. This is where this guy comes in. Flip it over to righty-tighty. Locked in. Now let's put that paddle shifter back to where it was. And you have to make sure that it does click in behind the steering wheel, and then screw it into right there. Gonna cut back to that in like 2 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. All good. We take our trim piece. We're just gonna slap this back on. Should just clip in a lot of places. Feels good, looks good. Click it up here. Now I'm gonna put the 2 screws that we took out earlier back into the trim pieces. Another little transition out of how many we've done. Okay, they're back. Let's go. Silver one, and then I also put the black one right behind the steering wheel. The last thing is just this airbag right here, this little bomb in my hand. And then we're just gonna shove this back into place. It literally just clicks in. Just make sure it's flush around the sides and you're all set. And your buttons are complete. M1, M2, this still feels good. Let's go ahead and turn the car on and make sure the buttons work the way they should. Let's just connect this battery back real quick. Start stop is good. M1. Buttons are working. It's not setting for some reason right now. I'm sure that's because of another thing. The buttons, they do work. It's probably because the car just started. Super straightforward, just time consuming install. Like I said earlier, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a single post from me. I love how they turned out. They look so good, so much better than the stock ones in my opinion, especially that red button. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.